Well, hey everyone, my name is Nathan Jones, and if you're new here, welcome. I like to talk about all things movies, specifically Blu-rays, and today we're going to be doing a Blu-ray haul, a massive one at that. I've been collecting some things since September, maybe the latter part of September, into this early October part, and so that's what I'm going to be showcasing with you today. Just a quick heads up on one of my latest videos. I'm still continuing on with the film journey. I hope you enjoyed that. And we're still going to be continuing with that series. There's also going to be another 100 Years of Movies very, very shortly for the 1980s, which I'm very, very excited about because that's a really great decade. And the other thing too is recently, since it's October, I can't believe we're already midway through October. That's insane. But I am doing a 666 movie challenge, so if you haven't checked that video out, I'll link in the description down below. But what this challenge is you're watching 18 movies, 6 movies that you watch every single October, you know, like a staple. 6 movies that are new that you wanted to watch this Halloween season, and then 6 movies where you have a theme. So this is easily fit in with whatever you're already doing. Hopefully, maybe just like 6 films that you might have to add. So, but anyway, I hope people are enjoying that challenge because it was a lot of fun. I'm midway through it. I'm almost there, and we're almost midway through October, which is just insane. But anyway, I know a lot of you are here to click on what I picked up for this last Blu-ray haul. But real quick, I haven't been making very much content as of late, mainly because life has just been incredibly stressful. I've just been working a lot. I haven't really had much time off. Schedules have shifted, and I've hardly had any time to even watch movies, which is just kind of a shame. So it's kind of counter to why I bought all these movies, but that's what happens sometimes. But I mean, obviously life goes on, life's gonna happen, and I just wanted to give you a heads up that if you haven't seen me much lately, or commenting or watching many videos myself, it's because I just have not had time to do anything for myself, really, which I need to start readjusting some things. But yeah, life's in a weird transition right now, but I'm up for the challenge, and I'm up for a lot of self-care, and that's what I mean, what I'm trying to do. So anyway, enough of all that stuff. Let's just jump into what I've been picking up for the month of September and also the early part of October. All right, so the first 3 films are, if you probably saw the thumbnail of the video, I know a lot of people are really scrambling to get these films. I think they're finally coming out if you pre-ordered them from the Scream Factory website. But I know that several places have them, and they don't have them, like Barnes & Noble, I believe Brian Sauer got some from there. I picked some up at my local shop, but I'm actually talking about the Halloween 4K sets. And I actually only have 1, 2, and 4 right here, because those are the only 4Ks that are available around me right now. 3 and 5 are not. I would really love to pick up 3, Season of the Witch, but I was able to pick up the Scream Factory Halloween 4K Collector's Edition boxes. I'm super excited about this. I actually have not seen all the Halloween films, and I've only seen maybe the first 3, and then the latest, the 2018 one, and I'm gonna go watch this new Halloween Kills, but I haven't seen many other Halloween in the Halloween franchise, so I'm excited to check out more of them, and now I finally can get a really great edition of them too as well. So on 4K, and I know a lot of people have probably already talked about these films, but I'm super excited about having them, and going to be watching them in addition to what I'm already watching this Halloween season. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below how these films are around wherever you're at, if you're ordering them online, if they're shipped, or they're coming your way, or you were able to find them. I want to know, because I know this is one of those ones that's kind of scrambly with a lot of people, but yeah, I'm just excited to dive in and into Halloween, so I definitely wanted to pick these ones up. All right, these next 2 releases are from the UK, and so this is a Region B only title release from BFI, and so you can only play these films if you are in that region, or if you have a region-free Blu-ray player. But I decided to pick this up because I saw this was on sale in my Amazon wish list, and I actually picked up the Carl Theodore Dreyer box set right here. I still shrink wrap so you can see a little bit of a reflection here, but it is the collection right here, and it has quite a bit of films here. It has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 11 films right here. I probably should have just said that. It has Master of the House from 1925, Good Mothers from 1942, Days of Wrath from 1943, The Fight Against Cancer 1947, The Village Church from 47, They Caught the Ferry in 48. I'm going to say this completely wrong. Thorvaldsden from 1949, Storstrom Bridge in 1950, A Castle Within a Castle and from 1954, Ordette from 1955, and Gertrude in 1964. Now, I've only seen The Passion of Joan of Arc from Dreyer, so I actually am very, very new to his filmography, and so this was just a perfect, gift for really just diving into this. And this has a bunch of cool special features. I'm gonna let you read those on the back. There's just a ton of them. I don't want to read them all to you, but I'm very, very excited to dive into this sometime. Once again, I have way too many things that I need to dive into, but obviously this is going to be a really nice treat when I do, and really getting into some transcendental films. I know that Ordette and Gertrude are touted films and talked about a lot. So, but I'm excited just to really explore this guy's filmography and this director, and really just explore a little bit more about that side of humanity. So, anyway, does anyone have this release or have seen any other Dreyer films? I would love to know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. All right, moving right along. I told you this is another Region B release. I told you the next two were going to be this. So this is actually from Eureka, Masters of Cinema. I pre-ordered this back when it was announced, and I finally got it in the mail. Super, super excited about this one. Talking about Johnny Guitar right here, and this is in a really fantastic package. I actually haven't opened it, so opening it right in front of you, that way I can show everyone. I didn't even open the Dreyer set, but whatever. But I'm going to show you real quick the Johnny Guitar. Let's see, it's really stuck in there. That's what she said. But anyway, here we are. Here is the Blu-ray itself, spine number 256. It has the essays. It smells fantastic because it's new and stuff. And so I'm very, very excited to check out this new Blu-ray edition. I know that my old roommate and I are probably going to watch this together very, very shortly, because I actually ordered two, one for him and one for me. So we just killed two birds with one stone. We both have Johnny Guitar. So we have dual guitars, And so we're really excited to check out Joan Crawford in this role. And he loves this movie. I've never seen it before, but I know I'm going to be in a Western mood very, very soon. Probably December, January time, but I'm sure I'm going to watch this relatively soon. But I know a lot of people have seen this movie, and I know it's one of those legendary Western films, and definitely one of those films that is reversed on the gender roles, and also just explore some different themes that you wouldn't expect from a Western. So super, super excited about it. It's directed by Nicholas Ray, of course, and Nicholas Ray is just a fantastic director, and I've loved everything that I've seen him direct. So Johnny Guitar is probably going to be no exception there. So these next three films are actually from Walmart. I was shopping there for work, and I just decided to look by the movie section, which I haven't really checked out in a while because it keeps dwindling over and over. It's just dwindling more and more. But I've always kind of had an eye on Vestron, and I have not actually picked up any of their releases. So I don't know why, but I've just decided to this time around. So I actually picked up the latest three. So spine number 20, 21, and 22. Let's talk about the first one right here from 1986, The Wraith. And this has Charlie Sheen, Nick Cassavetes, Sherilyn Fenn, and Randy Quaid in it. And I'm very excited about this one. Actually, I remember my friend Aaron Penn was talking a little bit about this. He ranked 1986 horror films. This one's going to be fun. It also has music by Billy Idol, Robert Palmer, Ozzy Osbourne, and Motley Crue. So that's a pretty cool rock and roll type film. I'm very excited and curious about this movie, but it looks like a lot of fun, and it was a relatively cheap Blu-ray, so I'm definitely excited about that. The next one that I picked up is from 1990, and this is a vampire film, and I love vampire films, and so I actually picked out Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat. Forgot the subtitle, but Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat. This has David Carradine, who is a horror legend, of course, Maxwell Caulfield, Morgan Brittany, Bruce Campbell, who I love, Jim Meltzer, and John Ireland right here. And there are two types of folks in purgatory: vampires and lunch. That's the tagline. But I'm excited about this one. I love the back of this. There's actually one picture in particular that looks really, really cool. So these vampires are probably going to be pretty cool looking, straight, right out of that turn of the 80s into the 90s Very excited about this one. But yeah, another horror movie that I need to sink my fangs into, if you will. And the last one right here is Spy Number 22, and this is actually the directorial debut from Francis Ford Coppola. I cannot talk. It is Dementia 13 right here, and it's the director's cut. This was just recently released. This is from 1963, and this was a low-budget B horror movie that Francis Ford Coppola did. And I did not know this. I did not know he directed this film, and this was his first film of all films. And I've loved all of Coppola's films since, obviously, and I know this is going to be completely different. I know that for a fact because, this is his first movie, and, the cool thing about horror movies is for a lot of directors, I'm sure, depending on how much money you have and how much creativity you have, you can really go in some fun directions. But I've heard this is a pretty average movie, a pretty fun movie, and so I'm very excited about this one. I just eyed this one at Best Buy, actually, I decided to pick it up because it was just recently released, and the name kind of stamped of approval for me. But has anyone seen Dementia 13? I would love to know in the comment section down below. All right, probably the most odd film in this lineup because the rest of the movies I just mentioned are all like boutique labels of sorts. And this one is actually a recommendation from my best friend. He's up in Canada right now. God bless you, buddy. I miss you. But anyway, he was talking to me about, I don't know how this even came up, but he brought up this movie, and I'm like, I don't know what this movie is. He's like, you've never seen Top Secret? So I picked up Top Secret, and this is directed by the people who made Naked Gun and Flying High, and it's got Val Kilmer in it. And this is from 1984, and yeah, he was talking it up quite a bit, and my best friend and I are very, very similar when it comes to the type of humor that we love. And so he's like, this is a very silly film. You're gonna love it. And so I just happened to I needed to do it. So I want to say thank you, Ben. If you're watching this, you're probably not, you son of a bitch. But anyway, I got Top Secret thanks to you. Now we're going to move on to a massive Indicator haul. All right, so with Indicator, I actually put in an order maybe a month ago, and there's actually 2 orders that came in, so I combined the 2 for this one. I actually indulged in the 3 for £33 sale that they constantly have on their site, which is really exciting. So if you haven't checked that out, there's a lot of standard releases on there. A lot of their limited edition runs have either gone out of print, but there are a few, limited edition runs too that come with a booklet, which is really, really cool, which is always what I love about Indicator. As you know, that's probably one of my favorite labels there that exists, and there's just so many films that I've never seen before that I blind buy from them. And honestly, every single time I do it, I'm like, I enjoy every single one of them. I haven't really seen any stinker films. I've seen some average films, but I haven't seen anything really bad. But anyway, I digress. Let's just jump into the titles I picked up. Here are some standard releases. Let's just start off with those. Actually got quite a bit here. So I'm just going to go through these quickly because I actually have not seen these yet, and I actually haven't even unwrapped them. You can probably hear the shrink wrap in the background. But the first one I picked up is To Sir with Love with Sidney Poitier, and I'm very excited about this one. This is a all regions film, so this you can play this if you decide to buy this from them. It is from 1967, and it is 105 minutes, and I'm very, very excited about this. It's got 2K restoration. And I've just loved the things that I've seen Sidney Poitier in. And The Heat of the Night is the one that really comes to my mind, is the best film that I've seen so far with him in it. Obviously, I've seen Guess Who's Coming Home for Dinner, or Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Anyway, so I wanted to check out more of his filmography. And I know that I think Kino Lorber also has a lot of, if you're in the States, you can order it from Kino, because I know Kino's having a sale right now as well, a Rocktober sale, which, by the way, that's coming in as well. So of course I keep ordering more stuff, but yes, I needed to pick that one up. Next is one that I actually had seen many times. In fact, this is actually probably one of the first Indicator titles I ever saw outside of just the website itself, and was just kind of blown away by just the color scheme of it all. But I'm talking about The Last Detail, and I remember running into this at a local store here, probably the limited edition run, and just being like, oh, that's Jack Nicholson, that's really cool. And it's Hal Ashby too, who I love, that director, but at the time I hadn't really seen any of his work, so I'm like, I never picked it up. And so now I got the standard edition, and I ordered it straight from them, and I always love that PH strip that they have from Indicator. But I'm super excited. From 1973, this is an all regions disc, so you can pick it up yourself and watch it. But yeah, I'm very excited about The Last Detail. Another one to add there. Next is a film directed by Sidney Lumet, who, if you are a friend of the channel or following the channel, you know that I had been watching a lot of Sidney Lumet films, and I still, I'm on that journey. I still have to watch Prince of the City, and now I have to add to another film, The Deadly Affair, right here. So another film, this one is from 1966. This is an all regions film, so you can play it yourself. You know, it's a spy who came in from the cold. That's the author who did this one, but it has James Mason in it, Maximilian Schell, Harriet Anderson, Harry Andrews, and Simone Signoret. And so I'm very excited about this one because I just want to really I want to digest all of Sidney Lumet's films. But I have never seen one of his films that have like made me bored or anything because they've all been incredible. So he might be one of my favorite directors of all time. So this next film is one that was actually recently talked about by my friend Cinema Dave. He brought this one up, so it definitely got in my mind. I wanted to pick this one up. It is directed by Arthur Penn. It is called The Chase from 1966. Once again, all regions. I'm very excited about this one. It has Marlon Brando in it, Jane Fonda, Robert Redford, just incredible cast right here. Robert Duvall, Angie Dickinson, Janice Rule, Miriam Hopkins, and James Fox. Jesus Christ. That is quite a cast. Yeah, I'm just excited about this one. So thanks, shout out to Dave if he's watching this. Yeah, thank you for putting this on my radar. Next is another film that Dave put on my radar, but this is directed by Alan Arkin, of all people, and I love Alan Arkin. This has Elliot Gould in it, and it is a Region B locked film. So this is, unfortunately for Region B only, from 1971, Little Murders. And I'm very, very excited about this one because, like I said, big fan of Alan Arkin, and I'm a big fan of Elliot Gould. Ever since I saw The Long Goodbye, I'm in Gould's camp all the way. So anyway, super excited about this one. Looks like a lot of fun. I hope you can check it out yourself as well. And then next is a film directed by Joseph Mankiewicz, who is an incredible director. And this is actually an adaptation from Tennessee Williams, so that's going to be a lot of fun. This is an all regions release from 1959. Suddenly Last Summer, and I almost ordered this limited edition back when it was almost released, but I decided not to. But I'm excited to watch it now because it's got Katharine Hepburn and Elizabeth Taylor in it, and Montgomery Clift. So it's just, that is a great lineup. And I think Montgomery Clift at the time had just had an accident, and I believe the actresses were really trying to help him up. And I think from what I heard that Mankiewicz was kind of an asshole towards Montgomery Clift, but that's what I recall hearing about it. But I'm excited to dive into the special features. I didn't mention all the special features, but like these special features on these Indicator discs are just stacked and just insane. So anyway, next is another Sidney Lumet film. This one is starring Sean Connery. So I saw The Offense with Sean Connery. I had that Eureka title, but this is now an Indicator title. I have the Anderson tapes right here, and this is an all regions release from 1971. And unfortunately, I finally fall victim to the blue case and my Indicator titles. I know they probably ran out with certain ones, but I would love to replace them sometime with them because it doesn't look good on my shelf, right? But anyway, another Sidney Lumet film. Super excited about it. Just gonna add more to that. Next is a film from 1987, directed by Bill Forsyth. I'm very excited about this one because I still haven't seen Local Hero yet, but I need to watch more of this director's films. It's an all-region release. It is Housekeeping right here. And I always, every single time I looked at Indicator's site, I always saw this cover and I was like, what a quaint cover. But then knowing a little bit more about Bill Forsyth and his direction, quaint director, right? So excited about this one. So Housekeeping, another blue release right there, unfortunately, blue Amaret case. And then the last film that I picked up from the standard editions is one directed by Paul Schrader. And I believe hearing Brian from Just the Discs talked about this and definitely put it on my radar. This is a Region B only release, and so if you want to get that, it's Region B. 1978 is Blue Collar. And yeah, I'm a Schrader fan, at least his work. He's kind of a nut job though, right, really. But I'm excited about this one. And so yeah, all of those are blind buys, right? Just kind of going in it from different angles. So these next two films are actually recommended from two of my good friends who've been on the channel. And this one is from my friend David, who runs Film Collector Archive, used to be Cartoon Fortress. He talked about Spring Night, Summer Night on my... I think we were talking about the 1960s, and he brought this film up. This is from 1967, and he talked about how incredible this film is, and it definitely perked my interest, and so I'm like, I had to pick this one up, just hearing him talk about this movie. So this is an all regions releases, the limited edition run. It is directed by J.L. Anderson, and it has quite a bit of really cool special features here. This whole big thing, and it also has, you know, the limited edition run has the booklet with it, so I'm super excited to jump into this one. And it looks like Nicholas Winding Refn, who's done Drive, you know, presents this, so I guess he had a lot to do with putting this out and restoring it, so I'm excited about this because it's a 4K restoration. That's really cool. And then the last film that I want to talk about is one that actually is like a double recommendation. It was one first talked about by Brian Sauer, then it was talked about my friend Sam, film blogger Sam. They talked so much about this movie and hyped it up, talking about Cisco Pike. And I finally picked it up. This is a Region B only release right here from 1971. It has Gene Hackman, Karen Black, and Chris Christopherson in it, and Henry Dean Stanton as well. I'm very, very excited about this one. Like I said, double recommendation from two people I trust wholly. So excited about this one. Yeah, so, and then finally, the one that you probably saw in the thumbnail itself, I was able to, because I pre-ordered this, I always pre-order the box sets, as you know. I finally got the Columbia Noir Volume 4 set right here from Indicator. I got number 723 out of 6,000, so I put it in a little early. Very excited about this set. Can't wait for November. That's probably when I'm going to jump into these releases. This is probably when I'm going to jump into these releases. And yeah, I'm just very excited about this. I always love how Indicator just puts these films and really just does a lot of really great work with each release. You know, these are just stunning. I love the artwork. I love the presentation. I just absolutely enjoy each one of these films that they put out. And so super excited about it. Gonna dive into it. I feel like I've been repeating myself over and over again about how excited I am for all these films that eventually I will watch, right? So anyway, what about you? What have you been collecting for the month of September, early October? What have you been watching? I would love to know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to put out some new content very, very soon. Like I said, life is busy. There's a really busy schedule, but don't worry, there's going to be more stuff coming out on the channel very, very shortly. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Give it a like, comment down below, share, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. I'm not jonesing around.